How you doing? Welcome to a very special episode of the Let Me Be Frank podcast, because it's just myself and Frank in the studio. We don't have a guest, but you'll find out why in a wee minute, because we are out and about and we're taking part in our other great love, which is golf. It's a really special episode because Frank and I go and play golf against a professional, and the big question is, can two hopeless amateurs, let's be honest about it, beat a professional? But golf's your big love, isn't it, Frank? You love golf.
I love golf.
You took it up quite late in life, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't take it up till I was in, 15 years ago, something like that, yeah.
It's the summer though, so everyone's playing now.
I know, I just love, I was doing, when I went to Newcastle, I learnt then. Mm-hmm. I didn't learn, but one of my mates says I was bored because didn't know anyone there, I didn't play at Newcastle, so I went there, and one of my pals, Joe Allen, used to play with Chelsea, and he says, come and play with this society. On a Wednesday, the taxi drivers, lorry drivers, and all, they'll play every Wednesday morning, and that's how I get into it. Yeah. And I used to go and play, and I just enjoyed it at Ravensworth Golf Course down in Newcastle, and that's how I got into it. Yeah. But then I just watch it all the time now, and I'm watching it at the weekend as well was wonderful. Did you stay up late to watch Bob? I felt so sorry for him. No, I didn't think he was going to win it, to be honest. No, I didn't think. I watched that JJ Spawn all through it, and I thought, wow. I know, but listen, there was that when JJ Spawn was on that 18th tee. Well, I thought Bob was comfortable in the clubhouse. Anything could have happened. I thought it may have went to back Monday. Yeah, they were coming back Monday, weren't they? Yeah. So I thought it may have been that, but well, coming back, they're going to come back the next day. You can't even Bob. You've got to just have a. It was an amazing end. I mean, sinking that putt in 18th. Yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of, part of me was glad he did, because it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I was knackered, but just had the telly off. But you got a wee bit of read off the other boy. So I know that's right. Hovland went first. Yeah, absolutely. I thought Hovland he's a good player. He's a good player. Yeah. But listen, Bob's time will come. Still a young boy. I'm trying to get in touch. Bob, you're watching. Aye, Bob McIntyre, we'd love to get you on the podcast. That'd be fantastic. Yes. And you can settle that great argument that everyone asks, does Bob McIntyre support Celtic or Rangers? Wonderful. Ask anybody, they always ask the same question. He played for Oban Celtic, but I don't know if that necessarily means a Celtic supporter. But anyway, and also, so do footballers naturally make good golfers, would you say? I think so. Eye to ball contact, isn't it? It's one of them. I think it's the coordination. Yeah. The reason I asked, because there was a clip that went viral the other day of Peter Crouch hitting a tee shot. I don't know if you've seen it. It's absolutely brutal. I've seen it. Right off the heel into the rubbish. I feel for Crouch because he's so tall. Aye. And I can't imagine him getting clubs made. I don't know. Get him custom fitted. If he got him custom fitted, he better go and get another set, because he's still bending away down. You know, I thought he looked a bit. I know, but somebody his height, I mean, they'd have to be. I just wouldn't take it. I'd take up basketball. Sorry, Crouchy, but I seen that shot. Wow. You know, he killed somebody in the tree, but a birdie in the tree. But it's great fun. I've been playing golf since I was a wee boy, and the beauty of it is, you know, it's a great leveler as well. People in their 80s can play against someone in their 20s. You know, with a handicap system. What I know? Do you know what isn't a great leveler? The American Open, US Open, because that is incredibly hard. Yeah, the Open course. No, but just the way that the US. They try to make make it. They try to greens, the most amazing test. Holes at the top of a hill, and if you miss it by an inch, you could go for green and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I got that, but then you know you see McIlroy not having a wee fume with it. Aye, things haven't been great for Rory, have they, since he won the Masters? Won the Masters. I mean, he's enjoyed himself. Go and enjoy yourself. That was the Rory. Remember, I said to you I didn't like him because I met him at Dundonald, and I thought, you arrogant. He was in that mood. Yeah. And I seen him and I thought, I know people get to him, and I can understand that, but it's not the press guy's fault. Yeah, I know, but the story about the driver, which has really kind of annoyed him a wee bit, about how his driver kind of failed the test, and it should have been kept confidential, but it wasn't. Yet the same thing happened with Scheffler, and that was kept confidential. What was that? So basically, whether a driver's, whether it's legal or not, they run tests on it, and his I think it was something to do. It was too springy, I think. Anyway, it's fine. I mean, it was like he said, "Fine, I'll just use my other one," because they run these tests in clubs all the time. Yeah, and Rory's the one that he was going to be using in that tournament a few weeks ago didn't pass the test basically.
and it probably happens regularly to golfers.
I didn't. You know what? I've been so busy. I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So he was a bit miffed at how this all got brought out in the media about his illegal driving and so on.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen for others. So he felt a wee bit miffed.
I can understand that, but you still don't take it in the press, guys. I mean,
I know, but
all my time, we work in the press. When I've done something wrong, I put my hand up and you say,
I know, but he didn't do anything wrong.
It's not your fault.
He wasn't trying to kind of use an illegal driver.
I know. You've got to deal with it.
But yeah, he wasn't trying to kind of use an illegal club. But basically, the club he was using no longer passed the test.
That means so much to them. I can understand now why he done it, because that club, they train with that.
Yeah.
And and it's, I can understand.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, people, it's inches. And a yard, if you're a yard out, you've hit an awful shot.
Yeah, completely.
Because I told you, playing, and Greg Norman came to one of the courses down in Newcastle, and the captain was playing with him, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he says that the aim is there's a big column up the hill, and that was your aim because it's dog leg.
Yeah.
And round to the right, and Greg said to the boy, there was 4 columns, and Greg said to the boy, what column? Mm-hmm. And he said, and they were all thought it was a joke, but he wasn't.
He wasn't serious about it.
He was serious. He says, no, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it makes a total difference.
So I can understand what he might have been upset.
Well, I mean, I think Rory will be back very soon. I think ever since fulfilling that lifetime ambition and getting the career Grand Slam, his head's been all over the place. He's been unable to really process the magnitude of what he's done. I think it's probably a fair way of putting it, but. The Open's going to be in his home patch in Northern Ireland, and he's used to it. And I'd love to see him, come back to his best and maybe getting the Open Championship in Northern Ireland.
But it'd be
But anyway, so enough about that. So
sorted it.
Listen, I know you're all listening to this, and some of you are watching it as well. But what I would say is to get the very best out of the episode, this current episode. Is to actually watch it, because it's going to involve Frank and I golfing, and you need some really good eyesight to see the distance.
We're out in the golf course.
We're out in the golf course, but if you want to see the distance some of Frank's shots go, you need 20/20 vision. Yeah. So it's maybe not a great one for listening to, but try and get a chance to watch it. So obviously it's on YouTube as well. Yeah. But if you're driving to work or you're out running, listen anyway, because there's some good chat with Ewan Grimes, the professional at Hilton Park, and he talks about how you get into the sport. He talks about he's a big affiliation for Rangers as well. So and there's a really interesting story about something fantastic Walter Smith did in the golf course too. So keep watching, keep listening, and we will head over now to Hilton Park for the rest of the episode. We're back with another episode of the Let Me Be Frank podcast, and you might have noticed this isn't the normal studio we're in. We're out and about. We are at Hilton Park Golf Club north of Glasgow. Sun's just coming out. Myself and Frank are going to take on Ewan Grimes. Ewan's the professional at Hilton Park, and we're going to see whether 2 amateur golfers can beat a pro.
And a very good friend of his as well.
He's a good friend as well.
I've known him for years.
And there's an extra bit of edge to this, because as you might remember, Frank used to play for Celtic. He doesn't talk about it very often.
Not often.
Ewan, although he tries to hide it with his club covers and all that, is a bit of a Rangers fan. So we're actually bringing the Glasgow Derby. Is that what they call it?
Yes.
I call it Old Firm.
I know, the Old Firm.
On the golf course. And we're going to, we'll see how we do. And the sun's come out.
Sun's come out.
And
sun always shines in the righteous.
So we'll play a few holes. We'll play a few holes, and but before we do that, we'll get a wee warm up in the high-tech TrackMan setup inside here at Hilton Park. In the old days, telling Frank McAvennie to hold his shaft properly would have meant something totally different. So tell us a wee bit about yourself then. How long have you been here?
Well, I'm just 4 years past, myself and Stuart, my assistant. We're 4 years past here. So I joined the team just coming out of COVID, April 21. And it's been 4 great years, really looking forward to it. We've got centenary year coming up in a couple of years, so that's going to be a really big one. But I joined the team here and recruited Stuart. I was 11 years at Cameron House at the Carrick, which is where obviously I first started to meet Frank, and looked after a lot of the corporate society stuff there. I was golf ops manager, and majority of my career to the Carrick where I've got myself. Johnny Sharp was big influence, who was my boss and probably one of my best friends. And then previous to that, I turned pro at Cardress Golf Club, just a few miles from the Carrick. Played my last kind of 18 months as an amateur there. And then Robert Farrell gave me the start, doing my PGA training. After kind of coaching degrees and stuff I've done in my early career after high school and stuff. But no, it's been it's great to have a job in the industry. You can call it a hobby. It's a job sometimes.
No, it's not really a job. If you find something that you love doing into it. It's
last couple of days away playing tournaments down south and coming and playing events like yourself. And, but no, it's great. Like to look after the members.
That's what people say to me, you know, how do you enjoy your job? No, it's not really a job, is it? Playing football.
Playing football.
You know?
And the beauty about Hilton, so I'm a member of Hilton, as you know. You can come up here and you've actually got potentially 3 places where you can start golfing as well. If you've only got time for 9 holes or something.
I mean, we've got 36 holes, so it's probably one of the in the local area is probably one of the only 36 hole courses. So we've got the Hilton, which we're going to play today, have a bit of fun on. We've also got the Islander, where particularly I do a lot of my teaching. It's a kind of thinking golf course, quirky course management you need to know around. But yeah, we've got the first in the Islander, the first in the Hilton, and then we've got the 10th on the Islander as well. So we've got 3 starting opportunities, and now with the swing shooter game, we've got 4 when the rains comes.
So beating you is your second most important job to do. The first most important job is to get Stuart a girlfriend.
He's on Tinder,
He's on the Tinder, is he?
Well, that's why we're in the shop, because the first thing you do when you get out of a golf course is get some cards, because these are cheats.
Excited, Frank?
I'm excited, yeah.
This is a big scalp. This is a big scalp, yeah.
Par 5 to start. Nice, good birdie chance.
So I take it you get there in 2 all the time, yeah?
2, 3, something.
We go and
4.
see how it does.
Listen, it's all about winning the psychological battle first, Frank. So Rangers have got a new manager in place for the new season. How are you feeling about that, Ian?
The takeover's a big one, because we need fresh investment. Obviously, we run business here, so businesses need investment, and I think we can all say the last few years Rangers have needed a lot of investment. So that's a good one with the 49ers or the American investors coming in. And then, we've got a new manager, so he's been at the club before, so he kind of knows what it's about.
This helped, didn't it?
It helps. It does help. Again, especially in the kind of Glasgow bubble that we call it. So, season tickets renewed already. Unfortunately, they're not doing refunds. So, no, we'll go back. We'll support our team through the good and the bad. You know what it's like.
I think he might surprise people, because he's a forward-thinking manager. You know, and he done all right at Wimbledon. I think he done all right at Wimbledon.
You mean MK Dons, you mean?
MK Dons, Wimbledon's the same thing. Sorry, used to be the same thing. But it's one of them, and he goes back, and he done all right getting Southampton up for the championship.
Got them up.
And
biggest game in football.
The biggest problem, he never changed
Tactics,
the way he played, and they just find out you can't do that in the Premiership.
Premier League's big, big difference.
Tactics will be important over the next hour or 2 as we try and win this game. But it's just a quick reminder. So I hope you like the shirts. Follow and subscribe.
I've got mine on here, but it's we're
really delighted with how the numbers are going. So just keep following and we'll keep giving you the best content. And we appreciate as well, not everybody is watching. Some of you are listening, some of you are driving at work. So we'll try to make this a good listening experience as well. How we're going to do that, I'm not so sure, but we'll give it our best shot.
We can have a wee sing song.
We can shout
I know some good songs.
We can shout 4 a lot.
But we've got the Up Next Studios outside broadcast team with us, and the boys are absolutely fantastic. And Big Alan's even choosing to support Celtic just for the day, which is magic. Good for him.
I wouldn't go that far, would I?
I can see him shaking his head behind the camera.
I know, he's like, no.
So this is I
just noticed you've got the Wilson clubs.
Yep, Wilson clubs. I'm a Wilson ambassador.
I am
so
myself.
Wilson have looked after me for a good majority of my professional career. So Chris Curry and John Henry, a wee shout out to the boys. They look after a lot of the pros in the Scottish regions. So great product.
Right, so now we've secured Wilson as a sponsor for the next 10 years. We'll crack on with the golf then. Right? So let's go, and we'll let you show the way.
Nerves is a hell of a thing, isn't it?
See, that's interesting, because I would have thought that was wide right, but it's
That's
coming
in somebody's house down there.
Yeah, it's a little bit right.
Got a bit right as well.
Just follow me.
You know there's no way he's going to want that on the internet.
No.
However,
Good pop. That's a good. Oh, good try.
so listen, we're one down to Ewan.
Yep.
That was a lovely birdie at the first that he had to put him one up.
Right.
So we're on the third now.
Yeah.
And this is a hole that always worries me. So it's a dog leg to the right.
Dog leg to right, difficult hole.
Aye, and if you're really big off the tee and you hit it left, you can get blocked out with the trees there.
Yeah.
You can see as well.
Yeah.
So it suits somebody who fades the ball left to right, doesn't it?
Yep, which is everything I can do. So I generally hit my trusty 7-wood, which is my little senior club. I call it wee Nancy Lopez. So Nancy's going to put it in play for me, hopefully. And I need to be in play because usually getting a shot here. That's just stroke index 3.
So we've got a shot.
I think that's in play.
That looks
Let
there. That looks absolutely perfect.
There you go.
There for nothing.
There you
There
go.
for nothing. Great swing as well.
That's nice too.
Yep.
That's a bit left, but it'll be okay.
That's all right.
One of these
Left side.
sessions.
It's
Left
not-
side
I
of
never
the
had
fairway.
it right,
No.
but it's down there.
Oh dear. It's on its way. It's turning, but it's just too much. Just too much. So you had to give it a go because we were in pole position.
Good try. You've knocked it by, but it's good enough. Home square.
We're about to play. Well, which is technically the most difficult hole at Hilton Park.
Yeah,
And this is
stroke index number 1.
stroke index 1 for fucking a non-golfers. What does that mean? That pretty much means.
Basically the number 1 hardest rated hole on the golf course. So
Aye.
kind of looking at medal scores and stuff, the average. Longish par 4, sloping left to right fairway.
What about you? How did you get involved with Rangers? How did you get involved
Football,
with is it
generally-
your dad and that?
Yeah, well, it's a kind of funny one. It's family's mixed. Dad obviously came from the green side.
Good
My
man.
mum came from no
No, he's
side,
a
but
great-
she
a great guy.
she grew up in she grew up in Corinne. So there's
Yes.
a bit obviously.
Of course,
my,
yeah.
my papa used to take me to Corinne Rangers, so I knew the Bluebells were blue quite early on. But no, to be honest, through school and stuff, I went to Houston. There was mixed. Kind of some pals of
Primary?
Celtic. Well, I was Bridgeway Primary then. Houston was Greif High School.
So what did you uniform?
I'm 36. 36.
Alright, you're a wee bit younger than Stevie Thompson. That was his neck of the woods.
Well, Tomo was one of the ones. I remember we did a fun run, and it was Stevie, Barry, and Bob Malcolm came up for the fun run. And we're doing
Bob
laps
on
in
the
the
bike.
school.
Bob-
I
Bob-
didn't come in the
ice
ice cream
cream
van.
van.
But no, Bob came up and they were signing autographs and stuff.
Brilliant.
And obviously Stevie being a local boy for the village. But I was a footballer up to about 16. I was nearly in YTS stuff. I had a few trials and stuff, but. I was a kind of left-sided winger and striker and flung myself in for every tackle and I get kicked up and down the
So you made the
parks
right
in
decision
James's Park.
becoming a pro?
Aye, so a kind of 16-year-old scratch golfer and a decent footballer, and I just decided to kind of really concentrate more in the golf.
What do you think of Andy Murray stopping playing tennis and taking up golf and now being pretty much scratch?
It was a good play. See, the thing is,
There's
golfers,
no way.
there's
He's been
footballers-
playing golf.
Aye, they won't
There's
do
no
that.
way
I
he's
thought you were
just
going to say
took
there's no
up.
way he's scratch. Of course he'll have played golf as a young
Of course
boy.
he would
Big
have.
good hand-eye coordination
Hand-eye
again.
coordination.
Footballers pick up the game.
If I took it serious, I'd be scratching.
Yeah, but look, when did you pick up the game?
when I
you
was in
retired?
Newcastle. No, in Newcastle.
Were you quite
15
late? Are you a late-
15 years ago.
Right, so 15 years, but again, I started golfing when I was 8.
I was
You know what I mean?
28, I was
So
hopeless, and I was.
Yeah.
I used to, the boys in Newcastle used to take all the money off me at golf.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I used to chop it out. I'm stupid. I'll get a bet and all that. And
The main reason the football with Rangers for me was, especially at the Carrick, I remember I was playing the Donald in a young pros event, and the first hole I was playing with my boy from the Carrick, and he said, I said, is there any jobs going up there? I says, I'd love to work at the Carrick. And he says, yeah. He says, Johnny's actually about to put an interview kind of ad
Process,
out with
aye.
the PGA. And so I phoned him in the second tee. I says, Johnny, you at Cardress. I says, I'm playing golf with Brian just now, who was the kind of head assistant at the time. And I says, I'm going to come up after my game of golf. So I came up, played my game of golf, shot a decent score, straight to the Carrick, and I went in the pro shop. And funnily enough, it was the Rangers golf day, which they used to do at the Carrick for years. So I get shuttled up to the 14th hole, which is the signature hole, par 3 down the hill.
Yeah.
And John Gregg, Walter Smith, and their
Brilliant.
guests were up. There was a bit of a queue. We did the double your money and a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So Johnny obviously told Walter and John Gregg, he said, this boy's wanting a job, what do you think? And I met the credentials straight away with Walter and John.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had a good shot down. Johnny let me hit a shot down. And then we had a wee discussion, did the interview process and managed to get there. So mainly probably running the Rangers golf day, meeting some of the clientele and they're coming down. So Ali McCoy was manager at the time and Kenny McDowell was a kind of changeover
Yes.
going down and stuff. And that's when I just kind of had my season ticket just before. It was like the Kilmarnock, when we won Kilmarnock 5-0, Kyle Laffey scored the hat-trick and stuff. So that was me kind of
Hooked.
18, 19, really into it, got my season ticket and then dealt with all the boys and obviously got quite friendly with Walter. Walter was an honorary member, as well as Murdo McLeod down at the Carrick, so I played a lot of golf with them. But Walter was
back played with him a couple of weeks ago at Carrick.
Murdo and stuff.
Aye,
Murdo was back playing. But
Aye,
Walter was an absolute gentleman and a hero. And sadly, he's obviously not with us. But I had a lot of good memories with him. I remember he had a hole in one at 16, and Ethel came running round the corner. Off the back 18, shouting, screaming. I was thinking, oh God, Walter's taking no well, what's happening, stuff like that. And he was currently on the 14, Durant and Ali McCoist. And the flowery language might not be allowed, but it was basically get it up you. I've got a hole in one. So it just shows you Walter Smith, the first person he phoned was Coist and Durant, and Ethel was all delighted and presented them a nice scorecard, bottle of whiskey and that. So
I got one name at
Tunbury.
It's not a bad place.
No, have I told you?
I remember.
Expensive barbell if you get
No,
one.
I never done that. They gave me a certificate and all that.
It's good. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I've never mentioned it.
So well done you, Frank.
Well done you.
I've not the hole in one yet, so
I've only one.
Apparently your chances of getting a hole in one increase hugely once you retire, so that's my plan.
Great strike.
That's position 8.
I'll do it.
That'll work as well.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, good
So
in
is
the
that you
bottom.
taking the slope out the equation
Oh,
almost?
go. I'm a hard act to follow, isn't it?
That's drifting right.
Turn that a wee bit right, say. Don't get too much.
Nah, well, I mean, it'll kick right.
Middle of the green's good shot from here. The main thing with short game is keeping your weight on the left hand side. So I would always say 60-40 on your left side. And what you want to do is keep accelerating through the shot.
Coach from the 2 well, sir.
Yeah, I couldn't have told you that. Oh, I've not had it. Oh, you've not had it either.
Right, so we're halfway through and we're all square. This is as tight as I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
Some gents are very kindly let us jump ahead of them, so we'll crack on.
Good swing again,
It's a
right?
cracker.
Oh, what a hit.
In the middle.
Well done. That's a great shot.
I know, at least we drone, is it?
Oh, sorry.
On behalf of the Let Me Be Frank podcast, I'm absolutely mortified that my playing partner's let his phone ring when we're playing golf. Wow. Hey, what a distance that's. That's you comfortably on the upslope.
Yeah, great strike.
Shot, Simon.
Flag spot, has he got it?
Oh.
No, hit it. Oh, he's left his shot.
So this is our kind of signature hole at 17 in the Hilton. So par 3 down the hill, the pin is right at the very back. It's playing quite a bit into wind now, the wind's picked up. So yeah, generally all the pictures on our website and kind of we do all the fancy things up here. 166, good bit into wind, so it's probably actually playing the 190. I would say
190.
a strong bit of wind.
So we can hit 190, Frank.
3 wood.
3 wood. Let's see it then.
So we're about to play the 17th green. And don't forget, hit subscribe, it's free to do it. Follow us on social media.
Guest coming up.
Big guests coming up. And we'll keep delivering the content for you. Here we go!
Your laces are undone. Give me that. Get that with it. I've got it covered. Shot.
Oh,
never
fantastic
turned.
putt, but
Come on!
the opportunity.
Oh,
you
your clubs need re-grip, mister.
I know, my grips are rubbish.
I know somebody can help with that, Frank.
so
I'm going to speak to somebody about that. Change, I need
God,
to
it's
do it.
terrible, look.
Right, so this is for
Now you know what
Oh,
it
he's
feels
done it.
like to score in a cup final.
He's done it. All square up the last.
Oh, square. Well
Oh,
done,
let's
my
see what
partner.
happens.
My partner.
Well
Well
done,
done,
buddy.
sir.
I don't know if we need a stroke playing the 18th. do we?
You don't need.
No.
No, we're playing
Two
scratch.
against one. It's a proper, by the way. That's a
3v1.
nice. This is a tight finish.
Aye, good.
Before we play the 18th, what's your greatest memory as a Rangers fan? What was the greatest game
To
you
be
were
honest, it wasn't long ago. It was Seville, European.
Oh, when
Cup
Celtic.
final. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Joe Rebo scored, and we had that 10 minutes of just absolute hysteria.
Aye.
Just thinking that
It's going to
going to win it.
They're gonna happen.
I was in FaceTime with my brother, my godfather. There was texts flying about.
I can imagine.
I luckily got tickets off Big John McLaughlin, who used to play a bit of golf here. So we're kind of in the family section and stuff. And there was people crying and all sorts. And the worst memory was probably seeing Aaron Ramsey miss a penalty and his wee boy was in bits. It was pretty rough. But no, I was probably saying great trip, good few beers. Good wee trip, and scoring the goal. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way, but it was proper good. I missed Manchester. I was playing a golf tournament as a kid. I was what, 6? It was 2006, wasn't it?
2006.
I was playing a golf tournament. I was like
2008.
2008. It was 2008. Sorry, because I was up playing an amateur tournament.
You secret?
No, I'm just a good eye of numbers. Unlike you in the golf course.
I'm good with figures.
I try to be accurate.
I'm great with figures.
So listen, we're on the 18th now. It's all square. Couldn't be any more tight.
Go on.
So we're no shots involved. So it's 2 against 1.
Oh, that's a great shot.
In the middle. That wee fade's perfect for that win.
That's put the pressure on him.
Right, Frank, nice and smooth. Good.
Oh, that's I caught that.
Right.
Oh, it's not as wide as that.
Oh,
Oh, see, pressure gets to people.
Frank does his best. He does his best work towards the end of big matches.
Hey. Oh, pulled it. Oh,
Left, Frank, but it's.
no, I was off the balance.
That's alright. You've missed the bunker, so you can still.
I was off balance. No, Bill. Come on, son, put it in the green. Ah,
Drive a bit further forward.
I'll walk. I'll take my punishment. Come round. That's terrible, terrible. Two bad shots.
We've just opened the door for Ewan here.
Let's see if we can duff this one, right, one?
Reputation of the fucking podcast, pardon my French, of the podcast is at stake here. See, he's going to stick this quite close.
I know, but we need to get a 4.
I know.
That'll have it.
Is that it?
Put it.
It's looking good.
Smooth,
It's looking good.
Smooth as look.
Oh,
Great hit, sir.
well played, Ewan.
Thank you.
Well played, Ewan.
Yes, twat.
If we don't, right, come on.
Come on, right, come on.
By the way,
take me to my ball.
you're right, Frank. A big left to right, a right to left.
Right to left, yeah.
Right to left, left to right, straight in the middle.
By the way, it's a decent putt.
No,
It's just
the
going to come
right
a
line.
little bit short. Right, I'll flag out, Frank.
Yes, please. Wonderful.
Oh,
well done. So that's for a win.
The 4.
So Ewan sinks this, he wins. If he doesn't, we half the match.
Yep, no pressure. Good shot, sir.
This is when you give me 20 quid for the half match. This could be the first trophy for Rangers this season.
Oh, he's missed it. There you go. Thanks, buddy.
Oh well,
Thanks
do you know
for
what?
listening.
That's
Thrilled it a little bit.
That's a
Thank
nice,
you,
listen,
mate. I
that's
appreciate
a
that.
nice outcome, pal.
That's a nice
That's
outcome.
well played.
Good boy.
Cheers,
Partner,
buddy. Thanks, well done.
we remain
No
on
one beat.
Remain on beat.
Remain on.
So this was finished. We finished on the 18th there, and the match was all square. Frank and myself couldn't beat Ewan. He was on his own, but he was fantastic. So we finished. It was good. I
Enjoyed it.
aye.
Enjoyed it. Couple of lessons I got there. Thanks very much.
No worries, pal. Golf's good. Golf's good.
And I hope you enjoyed watching as well, because this is something new we've tried. The Let Me Be Frank podcast has never been out and about. This is the
Out on
first
the
time we've
road.
done it.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got the best cameramen in Glasgow, in Hilton Park. Absolutely tremendous. The boys are up
Go
next
for
The
studio.
boys are forgiven.
Aye,
That's
they
good.
kind of- and they caught all the shots. I'm pretty sure. I think I don't know.
Mine
if
was straight to the middle anyway. Last couple.
But they were absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But Ewan, what do you think of the Let Me Be Frank podcast?
I mean, I've obviously, I know you as well, been a member here and I've known Frank, so I like my podcast. I watch a lot of them. I've seen Frank in previous ones and stuff. So,
And as golfers, have we got a chance to maybe
Yeah.
make the Pro Tour?
No.
No. I stick to the
this week,
podcast.
not
I
this
stick to the
week.
podcast.
We need-
But you need to come up. We'll go
Yes.
in the swing studio, do a couple of
Definitely,
lessons, and you know he's a welcome to
we
help
saw,
part anytime.
but that's the other thing. We saw Frank hitting some shots, the track man at the start, and just a tiny wee bit of advice for you. You put 10 yards on his
Yeah,
head.
just
Straight
help
to
Frank
work.
a little bit.
What I was doing, I was trying to concentrate too much on it, and that's where I duffed a couple of shots. Yeah.
Aye. Well, when you got a lesson like that, you need to go to the practice range. You've got to go to the practice range. You're not going to take it on.
It's the one thing I don't do is practice. I go on the course all the time. I don't practice.
You think about how much time the footballers put in, day in, day out, for 90 minutes on Saturday. So
most importantly, that's 2025. The podcast boys played 2-1-1, drawn 1. We're unbeaten.
Yep.
Who are we going to play next?
And I'll tell you what, next week's our birthday.
We're going to be one.
We're going to be one.
Exactly, 1 year old.
1 year old.
We'll need to get somebody else to play golf against. What was this Charlie McGrew? Maybe a game against him.
And he's starting a podcast,
He's starting
Big Ryan Wilson, from scratch. He's just started one as well. So
if anyone thinks they can beat the Let Me Be Frank boys, come ahead.
Get a challenge.
Get a challenge. But you and listen, thanks very much.
Bye, mate. Really appreciate it. Guys, really enjoyed it. All right, and if anyone needs anything, you know where we are on the hill.
That's a wrap.
And remember, hit the subscribe button. It's on the screen right now.
Like and subscribe.
It's all free.
We're delighted with the reaction we're getting, and the comments are brilliant. So
Yeah,
thanks a lot, guys. See you
Take
later.
care. Bye-bye.